Off turn 4, green flag is out. Corals ahead to the race lead. Parkhurst trapped down low on the low side, able to slide up now in front of the dude, Danny Howell. Coates going to set off in pursuit of the Q7 Corals. Parkhurst going to hug out low line off the corner. It's Corals out in front. Coates second. Parkhurst, Howell, and Fighter there rounding out the top 5. Problems for the 11 of Brandon Yom. He will make the hard left-hand turn to the pits. So an early exit for the 11. Corals with Coates hot on his trail. And don't look now, here comes the 23 on a Parkhurst. 3-car breakaway up front. The dude, Danny Howell, there in 4th. Then it's Fighter with Watkins trying to track her down in the G2G. Now Corals and Coates trying to break away from Parkhurst there down on the low side from the 23. Fighter slid the front nose. No advancement though from the 24 of Watkins there. That's Fighter trying to track down the 55, Danny Howell. Pretty comparable lap times throughout the field. Corals, the only one under 16 seconds that last time by, is his best time of 15.978 for Corals with Coates hot on his tail. Frank Coates is really heated up here in the summer months at Lawrence. He's in pursuit of Corals right now, the defending limited track champion. Parkhurst, after a good run at Toccoa last night, trying to track down the 2 race leaders there, the Q7 and 21. Quite a battle starting to shape up between Corals and Coates there, 1 and 2. Parkhurst about a 1.5 seconds back. And then there's a big gap back to the dude in the 55, Danny Howell. Jordan Fighter there as well. Corals using that middle groove. He's getting the run off the corner for the Q7. Coates trying to go down to the low side for the 21. Not gaining much there on the leader though. Lead staying at about 0.5 seconds for Corals. Good run off the corner there for the Q7 off of 2. And put a little bit more gap between him and second place Frank Coates. And Parkhurst is starting to reel in the 21 of Coates. Coates had a slide there in 2. And the 23 creeping closer into the picture for Parkhurst. Danny Howell, no threat out back from Fighter. Fighter about a second off of his pace right now. Top 3 breakaway there up front. Pretty well spread out themselves. Corals, Coates, Parkhurst as they run. Trying to use that middle to low side and get the drive off the corner. Fighter had a slip as the halfway sign's going to come out this time for Tony Corals out in front. He's got his advantage from 0.5 seconds to 1.3 seconds for Corals. Danny Howell and Fighter back there. That's 4th and 5th. There's about a second gap between those two at the current moment. Corals trying to smooth out his line. Coates moving up about 1/2 lane. And it looks like the charge from the 23 of Parkhurst, that has stalled out for the moment on the quest to try and reel in Frank Coates. Storied past here at Lawrence for the 21 of Coates, running second right now. And Parkhurst definitely catching Frank Coates now. He should be able to catch him to get around him for that second spot. Tony Corals way out in front now by 1.5 seconds there for the Q7 in this combo event. A good payday on the line for the winner as well. Tony Corals trying to collect the check. Still got about 8 laps to do it there for Corals. Coates moving up, but it's costing him some time off the corner. And Parkhurst coming into the picture. She's trying to move up a lane to gain on the 21 there. Battle for second picking up here late in this one. Fighter way downstairs next to the inside wall. Look at Watkins up high next to the outside wall. Colonel's there, the last car on the lead lap in the 9K. And the Q7 starting to slowly reel him in with about 6 laps to go here. Move over flag being shown to Colonel's. The leaders have been using that middle to lower line, and that's where Colonel's has been going as well. Coral's going to have to go to the high side to get around the lap car of Colonel's. Off of 4 this time. Colonel's going to drop low. Coral's will have to use the outside, and he gets around the lap car just in time. Coates going to catch him in a favorable spot. Well, Coates slowed down even though Coral's wasn't in the way. On a Parkhurst there to the outside. Parkhurst going to be able to get around the 9K too. So the top 3 there relatively unimpeded getting around the 9K Colonels. Laps running out for Coates and Parkhurst. Meanwhile, Tony Quarles just trying to get to 25. 2 laps to go for the Q7 out in front. Your defending limited late model track champion, showing them how it's done here tonight. White flag is being readied. 1 more lap to go for the Q7. Tony Quarles, 1 lap to go. Berankh Coates there in second. Parkhurst flashing across in third. Half a lap to go for Quarles. 2 more turns to go, looking to make it back to victory lane. Off of turn 4, Tony Quarles to the checkers. He's your combo main event winner. Coates in second, Parkhurst in third. Here comes the dude in fourth, Danny Howell. And the G2G Jordan Fighter. Glad to have her with us here at Lawrence. She made a long trip up here. She will round out the top 5. Then it's Watkins, Colonels, Brandon Yalm. The rest of the 604 limited combo field.